And it's Tuesday, and it's lunchtime, and you're listening to WKGC FM 90.7, and this is the Sound Sessions. And we've got some, as well as the regular suspects around the desk here, we have some of our friends here today with us as well. We have Mike and Maggie McKinney, a.k.a. Lucky Mud. And we have our producer, everyone's favorite auntie, and by the way, great show on Valentine's. That was really cool show you guys, you and B. Maxwell came up with.
Thank you. I feel like, we gave a little too much information about ourselves, but
yeah, I know. There's all the lawsuits aren't in, but we're going to file them by date received. And in front of the desk, as always, is Becca Stark. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I was not there for Valentine's Day, which means you only got like a third of the lawsuit, so you're welcome.
Yeah, well, I stayed here for a while and I went, oops, I better get out of here. This is, if I stay, I'm going to get myself in a lot of trouble. So I didn't. And with us, the other end of the room, looking expectantly like they're all geared up with a guitar and a shrunken guitar over there.
What's for lunch?
Is Mike and Maggie McKinney, Lucky Mud, and how are you guys doing? You guys are everywhere. You're. I'm glad you retired. I'm really glad the two of you are retired because wow.
Well,
it's
we do
shocking.
Travel a lot.
You know what we say is we're retired, but we're still working. But we call the shots, so we get to do what we want to do instead of somebody telling us what to do.
It's not as much work that way, is it?
No,
it isn't.
And we've been playing. We played Pennsylvania, 3 shows in North Georgia. We've been doing a lot of playing. Stayed up late to talk to Steve and Johnny the other night.
Steve and Johnny, for those of you who don't know, and they will be here in another week.
Yes,
they're flying in on the 2nd, so I expect that Saturday. Don't know what the schedule will be because they're down here during March Madness again, so you never know on a Saturday night what WGN's going to do. They're good friends of the station, good friends of everybody in this room, and they are the Saturday evening show on WGN Chicago, which you can listen to online or, if you just have an AM radio in your car, that station is so big you can listen to it in your car. If your car.
Imagine that.
Can you imagine that? That's truly I would guess you would truly call that national radio.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you guys up to? I mean, I know you're traveling, but seems to me a mutual friend of ours, J.D., was telling me that you're out at Camp Helen. Is that true?
Yeah, I've been producing a concert series out there for about 12 years. Yeah. I keep going back and forth, like it's 11, 12, I don't know, a long time. And I bring in just incredible singer-songwriters from all over the country. And we do 5 shows at Camp Helen, and it's to benefit the park. Because Mike and I are both 6th, 7th generation Floridians on both sides, we love our state parks, and we are just intent on trying to keep them as pristine as possible out of the hands of developers. And Camp Helen is one of those really beautiful places that it means a lot, and it has incredible features that aren't that common in this area. Like Lake Powell is one of the largest barrier dune lakes in the world, and so we're trying really hard to benefit them and to get people into the park. And
the lodge is such a warm and welcoming place for people to come to see music. We sell out every show early on in the season, and JD's been a great help for us this year.
Yeah,
that has. I've been to Camp Helen several times, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. That was a donation to the state of Florida, was it not? That park?
It actually was a purchase. They purchased it.
Okay.
Yeah. What happened was the guy who built it in the 1920s built this beautiful place, floated all the logs up from South America, so it's not local wood. But he built it, and then shortly after he got it up and running, he died. And it was just a home. And so his wife she sold it to the Avondale Mills up in Alabama, and they used it as a retreat for their workers and you know. And then the state of Florida purchased it, and I'm really...
It's a gorgeous piece of property. It's not terribly huge, but it's a gorgeous piece of property. And the lodge and the oak trees around the lodge and that marvelous front porch on the lodge, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
We're in the process of adding 100 acres on the north shore of Lake Powell. It's a huge deal, and it's going to provide a wildlife corridor for a lot of local animals. And then once that goes through, and it's under the ARC committee now. Once that goes through, there's another 100 acres that'll be locked in with it. So it's pretty huge. It's a pretty big deal.
Well, that's because having trumped around on it, it didn't seem like it was that big. But you got a couple 100 acres. It's going to be extremely significant.
Exactly.
Then. Okay, how about a song from you guys? Because
we're playing.
And after this song, you're going to have to tell us what's going on to the farm I ain't going to work on no more.
Maggie's Musical Farm.
It's Maggie's Musical Farm.
Well, I wrote this song for a friend of ours named Bunky. She was born and raised on the Appalachian River, and so I call it Bunky's song, but it's really the song about the river. Like stars float on still black water. Heat like a panther rises slow. Wind like a snake slithers on the road. Rattles the fronds of the palmetto. Drop shouts out at the rising moon. Spills a pool of milk white light. Gator rounds back from the muddy bank, and the Appalachian cool comes alive at night. My boat floats like a leaf on the water, lying on my back. Like saddle leather, sweat trickles down and burns my eyes. Somebody somewhere is causing trouble. Some big city is a siren away. But on the Appalachian coast, the night birds singing, and the Milky Way looks like a comet. Faraway rumble of a shrimp boat working, then the distant whistle of a factory. Dawn starts erasing all the stars from the heavens, and the Appalachian cool is calling me. Stay, she says in a lover's whisper, drift a little longer on my gentle bed. Stay with me and none will harm you. Linger here with me, the river said. Linger here with me, the river
beautiful place, Apalachicola.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been up the river?
Yes.
It's amazing. We have some local friends there who took us on a boat ride, and they showed us the ghost orchids and all of the things that were blooming. It was beautiful. Only on the Appalachia.
Yeah. And basically, except for the occasional weather mishaps, this really is a very beautiful part of the country. And that's the one thing you have to live with here is the wrath of Mother Nature, I guess we'll call it.
You should mention that.
Yeah, it's funny. Having lived here all my life, given separate times in Nashville and stuff, Hurricane Michael was the worst thing that we have ever been through, and it was amazing to see how everybody pulled together in the community. It was just, with all the bad things that were going on, and it was great to see everybody pull together as a community. So.
Yeah. You survived Opal too. Was it Opal that hit you so hard over there?
That was how the first version of Studio A12 got dipped in salt water with Opal.
Remember it.
But Opal was nowhere near the catastrophe that Michael was. I mean, there were a few people in a few places along the water got a bit of a tidal surge, and it damaged some stuff out on the beach. But it wasn't the just generic devastation that came with Michael. And what was amazing was, you would expect with all that going on there to have been a lot of looting and stuff like that. I was with the radio station at the Emergency Operations Center, and they called the manager, who at the time was Scott Kirkman, and they wanted stories about looting. And he went, "I'm sorry, we don't have any stories about looting." No,
they all pulled together.
Everybody pulled together, and we really didn't have. There was not a lot of problem with, untended stores and stuff like that being looted or anything like that. It was everybody pulled together, and this place got back together.
The kids came and did a really good job helping people.
Yes,
FEMA was everywhere,
and it's Mardi Gras. So we have to do a shout out to the Cajun Navy.
The Cajun, exactly.
Those guys are great.
And that's a group that, and World Central Kitchen. Let's not forget Chef Andre was here and cooking up a storm for anybody who needed a meal. I mean, it was an amazing time that when people actually work together, we can get an awful lot done.
Mm-hmm.
Hats off to the folks at what is now FPL, was then Gulf Power. They said they'd have the power back up in 10 days, and they did, even though there were no telephone poles. It was just unbelievable.
It was amazing. We're on the co-op. We're on Gulf Coast Electric, and we were 24 days. But, of course, we were up in North Bay County, so a little harder to get to.
A little harder to get to. There weren't any roads open when I went up there. That means that's like, okay, not going any further down this road.
Nope. Every power line was down on our road, so bad things happen. We just did a show at the Unitarian Fellowship on Sunday, and the theme of it was resilience, and we added and serendipity, because for us, we always hit bumps, and we've been married 53 years. We've been through a lot. We hit bumps, and then you realize, okay, so that happened, and then you just move on and you change directions to fit whatever the new circumstances are, and I think that's what you learn from really bad things like that, is that you just move on, you do what you can do, move on, and then figure out how to go forward from there. So
with this area survived and is now thriving in the post. And the other thing was, we got hit with COVID just about the time everything some of the services were back. We got hit.
Right.
This place is remarkably resilient, because it's now, especially in the entertainment business. I mean, good heavens! In about 7 more minutes, Angela's going to tell us what's going on, and if she keeps finding stuff that is going on around here in the music business, we're going to have to give her own show.
I was going to say, 2 days.
You need one. You think you need your own?
Or we'll just have to have a 2-hour show.
There you go.
Okay. Well,
expanding.
Oh dear, I don't want to talk. We're not talking about that right now.
Okay.
Anyway, what's up next with you guys? Oh, and tell us about Maggie's Farm before I forget that.
We're actually on GPS. I tell people all the time, we actually have a little hip camp up there. I don't know if people know what that is, but it's like Airbnb for campers and people who want a tent camper if they have an RV or whatever. And so we actually are on GPS, and we have shows every Sunday at 2:00. We bring in really incredible singer-songwriters from all over the country, and then we have like a little open mic that precedes the concert. We have a pavilion. We have a big stage that was built. We had a friend of ours who gave us a whole barn full of Pecky cypress, which I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but I
do.
Cypress that was deadheaded and put down into the river. And then they go back and tell them how old the cypress is, because it was pretty amazing stuff.
It's a beautiful stage and a really nice and beautiful pavilion we built after the storm.
And an absolutely gorgeous piece of property, too, by the way.
This Sunday we've got the Honey Badgers out of Vermont.
Wow.
Duo who are just really awesome. You can look them up. Every band, every group that we bring in has an online presence, so you can check them out and see what you think. And then next week we'll be at Thistle and Thorn on Thursday with our little Celtic group, and Friday with Lucky Mud. And sometimes we have a friend called Lawrence Lucky Bell, who comes and joins us. He does stand-up bass, and he's a rockabilly kind of guy. So we have a good time. Well, you know what? We have a great life. We have a great life. And we're probably going to head to Montana again in August and do our Cowboy Poetry Festival out there. We're at the Will McLean Festival in mid-March.
Will McLean Festival's in about a month. And then Florida Folk Festival is in May.
So we're busy.
Busy.
And every year we say, we're probably not going to do this again next year. And then every year we do it again. So it's
you guys know that feeling, right?
We do. What's next? What do you got next for us?
Oh, well, interestingly, we were talking about the storm.
I wrote this song after Michael because I realized that it took me a while to get to the point where I could talk about it without crying, and talk about it with other people without going through the whole PTSD thing. So I wrote this song called After the Storm. Stars sure seem brighter than before. Maybe it's just the way I see them now. There's a new world right outside my door. Maybe I didn't see it until now. After the storm, does the moon seem bigger in the night? Or does the space between the trees just get more light? Does the sun feel hotter on my skin? Maybe it's just the world seems so much brighter after the storm. For all the mad damage that is done, the storm has brought us all together. No matter the challenges to come, somehow, some way we'll all be better after the storm. Tears on my face will come and go. The story's over, time will lose their fervor. In my heart of hearts, I'll always know this dreadful time has made me so much better. A little kinder after the storm. After the storm. After the storm.
Very nice, very nice.
I know how that feels.
I have too many sets of headphones over here in case you didn't notice. I'm always changing. I always have the wrong set on. You start playing, I've got the on-air set on. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you just have them on the wrong ear.
Maybe both sets of headphones are on the wrong head.
That could be.
That could be, too.
Could be. We're not going to go there.
Okay, I think we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to find out what's going on.
Turn your Saturday afternoons into a party for the soul with Urban Groove. From 2 to 6 p.m., join your favorite auntie for old school R&B, the jams you love, and our community spotlight, shining a light on local organizations making a difference right here at home. It's Urban Groove, part of the Soulful Saturday lineup on WKGC 90.7 FM.
Operation Spay Bay Mondays for community cats. Give them a call, 850-628-5280, 850-628-5280 for the Trap, Neutered, and Spray Release Program. It concentrates on outside community cats to help keeping the spread of multiple kittens everywhere. Everybody, rather than complain, get involved. And if you find a cat that's left here, has been tipped, they've already been fixed, vaccinated, and all. For $60, you can do something about the problem. Hey, community cats, let's get them fixed.
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
I'm your favorite auntie, and this is what's going on this week around the Emerald Coast. Now, today is Tuesday, February 17th, and Jay Cruz kicks off things at 1 p.m. at Dublin Winery, followed by Jimbo Thornton at 4:30. Cody John Bennett performs at 6 at Little Village in Fiends, and Alex Napier takes the stage at 6 at Old Florida Fish House. Now, the open mic and musician social starts at 7 at the House of Henry. Todd Herrendine's Legends will be at Captain Anderson's Event Center, and Scratch 2020 will perform at the Dive. Now, moving on to Wednesday, Tony Vegas is at Dublin Winery at 1 p.m., We've got Lane Morey performing at 5 p.m. at Mango Marley's in Mesco Beach. Deanna Carter is at Fiends at 6, and Emily Springsteen performs at Triple J Steaks and Seafood at 6. And we also have Frank Fletcher at The Dive. Karaoke happens at 4:30 at Dublin Winery and 6 p.m. at Local Steamer as well. And we also have open mic at 6 p.m. at Thistle and Thorn. Leanna Carter performs at Little Village in Finn. Alex Napier at Old Florida Fish House again. Todd Herendine has Linda Gale Lewis at the Captain Anderson's Event Center. And the Soulwell House in Rosemary Beach has Soulful Poets Society. Now the doors open at 5 and the mic is open at 6:30. Now finally for this segment, moving on to Thursday, Steve Johnson performs at 1 p.m. at Dublin Winery, and Rhett Plash follows at 4:30. Joseph Brooks will be at Little Village in Fiends. Ann Clines performs at Local Steamer. Salt Rock Revival will be at The Dive. Wicked Smooth will be at Alibi Beach Lounge. Country Karaoke with DJ Glenn B starts at 7 at the House of Henry. We've got Lane Morey performing at 7 at the Bar 5.0. And that's in Jasper, Alabama, just in case you are a little bit away from home, okay? Now, Mind Plays will be at Salty Goat Saloon at 8. Todd Herendine's Legends will be at Captain Anderson's Event Center. I'm your favorite auntie, and that's what's happening midweek around the Emerald Coast.
Well, no excuse for being bored.
Right.
Uh-oh. I think we might have somebody wandering in on us. We'll get him in here in just a minute. I see B. Maxwell hanging out in the hallway, so we're gonna see if we can round him up and get him to put a headset on it and meet up with us. But I think next we're gonna call on Lucky Mud to give us another tune.
Okay. Well, we're excited for whoever's behind that door.
You can't see, but I can.
She was standing on the corner, watching the light turn green to red. She wore a thick black sweater and a short skirt and had that restless look that young girls get. I was topping off my truck for a long night drive through San Antonio, hoping to catch the sunrise in New Mexico. She chewed her thumb, walked under the station lights. She glanced at my tag. She said, "You're a long way from home." Put my wallet back in my jeans and I said, "Home? Hell, I don't even know where that is anymore." She said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "Take me with you when you go." That was November 17th, 20 years ago. She's still riding shotgun and she knows every song on the radio. And I'm still playing bars with my same old guitar, living on takeout food and bottles of wine to go, making love like we were kids in some exit ramp motel, counting up my tip jar money. One of the stories we can tell. And it's funny how the good life can just be sitting on a bed, playing poker with a jar of pennies and listening to the Grateful Dead. She said life is good and there are better times ahead. We call Interstate 10 the river. My old truck, that's our boat. I got a steady line of bar gigs now and they're keeping us afloat. She writes stories on the internet about life out on the road. Lots of people read them. She calls it "Take Me With You When You Go." We see all the big music stars on TV. They're flying so high. But down here, under the rainbow, we get by. Making love like we were kids in some exit ramp motel, counting up my tip jar money. It's one of the stories she tells. Funny how the good life can just be sitting on a bed, playing poker with a jar of pennies and writing songs in my head. She said life is good. There are better times ahead. Yeah, life is good. There are better times ahead.
Not exactly our story, but
we still have that jar of pennies though.
We still
We've been playing poker with the same jar of pennies for 53 years now. So.
Well, you can't be too real good or real bad, or that it would either overflow or be empty.
You just each get a handful and you play.
Back in. You don't keep them.
You don't keep them, okay. We've been. I have wrangled one of our fellow DJs here at WKGC to come in and talk to us for a second. I hope he will anyway. It's B. Maxwell from Saturday's fame, and also been a friend of mine forever. Been on the radio station since
81.
81. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Longer than me. And glad to have you in, and I just wanted to say I had a lot of fun up here on Saturday. You guys did a great job. When I left, I listened to you for the rest of the time, and that was a great show. You guys did, you and Angela did just a fantastic show on Saturday. So I want to thank you for doing that. It certainly brightened up my day.
it was a joy being here, and Angela, as you know, she does a great job putting everything together, and man, it was just wonderful being here, being able to do that, and Saturday was a day of love, Valentine's Day, and for people to just spread love, and this day and time, that's something that the world truly needs more of, and just coming in here and just seeing these two lovely people singing, that just reminds me of people doing something that they truly love. Right. And, really, I just turned 65, and I was telling my wife, man, I just feel empty sometimes because I got to find that thing that I really, really, truly love doing. And that's what, as you get older, that's what life's all about. Doing the things that you love, whether it's singing, fishing, or whatever, but you have to find time to do more of that. And listening to you guys, I just walked in, but I can truly tell that you're singing from your heart, and it's something that you truly love doing.
You know what? We feel so lucky. I can't tell you how grateful we are that we're able to do what we do, that we've been doing it together we've been married 54 years in June.
Wow.
And we've been playing music that whole time. We met, I was 16, he was...
I was stationed at Tyndall during Vietnam.
And we loved
And she was leading the
music.
anti-war rallies on the marina.
Wow.
I was going to bring that up, that he was in the Air Force and found an anti-war protester and married her. And I went, wow, that's just...
don't like war. Only people who like war is people who make money.
Well,
that's it. Absolutely.
Yeah, we were lucky. We had a lot of the same attitudes about politics and music and poetry, and we loved Lawrence Ferlinghetti, and we would talk poetry, and we both were writers, and it was great. I tell people all the time, marry your best friend.
Absolutely.
Find somebody you can spend time with, that you really enjoy being in their company, because otherwise life gets really, really old.
Very fast.
Yeah, very fast.
Well, I keep wanting to call you by your real name, and I'm trying not to because I know you go by B. Maxwell on air, but yes. I really appreciate your coming by. I guess you're here to work on a show.
Yes.
And appreciate your stopping by, and I wanted to congratulate you guys on that show Saturday because it was different. I've been with the station since 2007, and I don't know that we've ever done a Valentine's Day special, have we?
No, we have not.
Wow. I think that was
the first time.
You've been here about since the beginning.
Yes.
So I don't ever remember. And it was a great idea, and I think it was a great show.
Yes, it was.
Great timing too.
Because it was on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Go figure.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it just happened to actually fall on a Saturday. That's
absolutely.
the only thing that prompted us to do a live show.
Yeah. And we've been talking about doing some other specials too. So, if you will allow me to use your producer, who does a great job in getting things together, we can put together some other things. Here in the near future.
I certainly think it's a great idea, and nobody does it better when it comes to producing than Angela, because she just seems to see down every alley and has got herself ready for it. So
yes, she does.
Very, very well done. We're going to get back to Lucky Bud and see if we can convince him to play another song. And then I suspect after that we're going to take a break and find out what's going on for the rest of the week.
How about we do a little politics?
Ooh. How daring of you, especially from a couple that's Air Force and protester up there. That ought to be some interesting politics.
We say buckle up.
Buckle up now.
It's called Fat Cat City. Going on up to Washington, gonna see just how my government's run. Walking along with the ultra-rich, make me just wanna scratch that itch. Says Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. 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 Party don't matter when you got that dough. You can never have enough, you gotta have some more. You make the rules, you can make the cash. Separate you from all that trash. Said Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Well, Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. All them rules just don't apply when you're sitting on a throne way up that high. You got a lot of men to protect you, and they're all paid for with government cash. Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Well, Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Yeah. Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. 911 got a special ring. When you got 'em scared, you can shake that thing. Shake it high, shake it low. Try to pretend they don't count your vote. Say Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Well, Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. Yeah, Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. So I'm going on up to Washington, gonna see just how my government's run. Walking along with the ultra-rich, make me just wanna scratch that itch. Says Fat Cat is the Fat Cat City. 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 Thank you.
A protest song.
Protest.
Wow. We don't see a lot of those anymore. I think it's, although I think the boss might have opened a gate on that one, maybe.
I think you're going to hear a bit more.
Well, I hope so. It's a great. I mean, it's a great way to express your opinions and to let people know where you are and what's going on. So.
And honestly, I think we all need to say exactly what's on our mind, and that's part of our tradition. That's part of what this country was founded on, and I think everybody needs to say exactly who they are, and then we can just go from there. But everybody's got a difference of opinion, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's about time we took another break, because Becca's nodding her head. That's her communication method. She'll nod her head if she's agreeing with me, and she shakes her head when she doesn't.
No, I just stare at you a whole pencil.
Angela's more direct. Angela hits me. So anyway, there is host abuse going on this show, but
he's fine.
I noticed they pointed all the cameras in another direction too. I wondered why that was. Okay, I'm getting this figured out. Anyway, I think we're going to take a quick break and we'll find out what's going on for the rest of the week.
WKGC brings you Jazz in a Minor Key, a taste of the ever-evolving jazz scene for your workday afternoon. You'll hear standards along with tracks from contemporary jazz artists. It's your little jazz club on the radio. Jazz in a Minor Key airs Monday through Friday afternoons
at 1 p.m.
on your local public radio station, WKGC 90.7 FM and HD.
What's up, everybody? This is Dave King, the newest member of the WKGC family. I'm hosting a new show called In the Pocket. It's on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Perfect for your afternoon commute shuffle. I'll be playing all kinds of fun songs. A lot of it's jazz with some little stories in between each one. Tune in Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. See you there.
your favorite auntie, and this is what's going on for the weekend around the Emerald Coast. Now, for Friday the 20th, we've got Mark Knapp's at Dublin Winery at 1 p.m. Emily Springsteen will be at Hilton Vacation Club Bayside Resort at 5. Carter and Parrish will perform at Millie's Downtown. We've got 4th Street Band at Little Village in Fiends. Wheezy and the Rascals are at Boardwalk Beach Resort. String Theory is at Sharky's Beachfront Restaurant. We've got karaoke night at the MLK Junior Rec Center starting at 6 p.m. Wild at Heart Music will be at Gallery of Art 850 at 7 p.m. Loose Cannon will be at 8 p.m. Entertainment, Panama City Beach. Velvet Gypsy at Alibi Beach Lounge. Nothing Short of Pure will be at Local Steamer. We got Panama City Comedy beginning at 7:30 p.m. at Dogwood Lakes Golf Course. Kevin Jacobs performs at 8 p.m. at Flamingo Joe's. Alex Napier will be at Salty Goat Saloon. Linda Gail Lewis will be at Captain Anderson's Event Center. And Scratch 2020 will be at Tees on Thomas. Now also, Solar House on Friday will feature Teresa Lombardi and String Queen Ronnie beginning their weekend residency. Now the doors open at 5 and the music starts at 6. Now moving on to Saturday the 22nd, Mario Speedwagon and D.B. Bassett both will perform at one will be at Little Village, the other at Dublin Winery. Thorny Rose will be at Millie's Downtown. Loose Cannon at Patty's Raw Bar on St. George Island. And Salvato will perform 6 p.m. Little Village in Fiends. We've got the Honey Badgers performing at 6:30 at Cap Helen Americana Concert Series. Todd Herendeen's All Elvis Show will be at Captain Anderson's Event Center. Mind Plays at Local Steamer. Leanna Carter with the River and Post Band will be at River and Post. And Lane Murray performs at Grumpy's in Alabama. Now, Panama City Comedy will be at Mosey's Downtown. Scratch 2020 performing at High Five Dive Bar. Alex Napier at Salty Goat Saloon. And the weekend residency of Teresa Lombardi and the String Queen Ronnie will continue. Now, finally, on Sunday, we've got the John White Band performing at McGuire's Irish Pub. Flying Dog Open Mic will be at noon at Little Village in Fiends. True Soul will be at the Dive at 2 p.m. At 3 p.m., Haley Brooke performs at Tees on Thomas. Peach State Opera presents Hansel and Gretel at the Barbara W. Nelson Fine Arts Center. And Kevin Jacobs' Sunday Fun Day will be at Flamingo Joe's Beach Bar. We've got Todd Herendeen's Gospel beginning at 6 at the Church at the Beach. And finally, the Honey Badgers perform at Maggie's Musical Farm. And Scratch 2020 performs at High Five Dive Bar. Now, I'm your favorite auntie, and that is what's happening through the weekend.
Well, what can we expect on Soulful Saturdays from my favorite auntie this week? Have we done that yet?
No, we haven't. I haven't really.
It is only Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wondered if you had a theme worked up for it, or
no theme. I mean, I was in love last week. You know,
well,
it's totally different now.
You raised the bar. I want you to try to keep it up there on that theme thing.
I might want to bust some windows out some cars. Which is a song, by the way.
Okay. I was about to say, if it wasn't a song, by the time they get back to Maggie's farm, there's going to be a song called "Bust Some Windows Out of a Car."
She's still in the glow of Valentine's.
She is. That was a good show. It really was. Okay. Well, what's up next from? Speaking of busting windows out of the cars, what's up next from Lucky Mud?
You want a song or you want to talk?
That's up to you. I mean, I'm just over here trying to fill up the dead airspace.
Let's get in their information before we run out of time
let's get
with music.
We actually have a busy season at the farm until the end of March.
Okay.
And then we pretty much start touring then. And
and our shows on Sunday afternoon are at 2 o'clock. And please, if you have a song or poem or anything you want to come and share, please do that, because we love it when we have a little girl that's been coming the last few weeks. She lives right around the corner, and she's scared to death, and she wants to sing so badly, and she's just been coming up, and she'll do like a half a song. She's only 11. She'll get, and she's got a beautiful voice, and she'll get like a half a song out. But I mean, we don't care. It's a great way to try your voice.
We have a great bunch of people who come up just for the music, and we have a great day. And the pavilion's really comfortable to sit under. We've had a couple of stormy Sundays. So
we had to cancel this past Sunday because there were tornado watches out. We were like, I don't want to do that.
Probably not the best idea then.
No, well, I mean, we have shelter, but it's with the wind blowing, and it was supposed to be really rainy. Although by the time our show would have been on, it was actually nice and sunny, but the wind was still.
Mm-hmm.
So we're an outdoor venue, but we have shelter, so it's we just kind of have to play it by ear. But they can always sign up on our email under luckymudmusic.com, and I try to keep everybody updated on the things that are going on, so they can, if we have a cancellation or something, I can put that out. But we love what we do. We love Bay County. We're up at Econfina Creek, and our life is pretty awesome, and we get to play music with all these incredible people. And just listening to the events going on this week, what an amazing amount of music and comedy and all of the different arts that are going on.
When I first met you guys, you were one of the few acts we had that were actually doing live music around here. We had Todd Sparks on, and this was a time when some of you guys were the only people doing any music. You had to really search for some live music anywhere.
Yeah, and we laugh about it all the time, because we actually open almost every venue in downtown Panama City. We did Panama Java, we did Hawk's Nest, we did
quite a few years ago. I think maybe around the same time as the Martin shows, we did a concert series, a concert day in the park of all the bands who've been around for the last 30, 40 years.
It was the centennial of Panama
City. Centennial. So we had a day of that kind of. There's always been great music here.
Yeah.
Well, it's we've been a bunch of us have been knocking around, maybe doing something at Roberts Hall, getting together the original musicians from around here, and kind of doing a retrospective evening at.
You better do it quick.
Well, I did notice it. I had a few too many people, but the list is getting
shorter.
Yeah, we need to get this done before the list gets too short
Mike,
to do
that
it.
means we'll be in there just because everybody else is going on.
We've reached the age where we're now called legendary, because we're really old and we're still playing.
Yeah, we do need to get the Legends of the Beach up there and do a retrospective on music through here, and then maybe end the evening with a couple of the younger acts that have really been pushing hard around here.
You mean the young whippersnappers?
The young whippersnappers, as it were. Okay, what you got next?
Well, this is my tribute to hitchhiking.
Okay. Does anybody? Is that even a thing anymore? I think it's now Uber.
Now remember, I'm old, so in 1971 I hitchhiked. My sister and I hitchhiked from here to Mexico.
Whoa.
And took buses through Mexico. We were trying to get to the Yucatan to see Chichen Itza. And so this is sort of my homage to that. So this is called Pascagoula. 42 miles out of Pascagoula, and I'm looking for a ride. Got my old guitar strapped to my back, and I can't wait to have my baby back by my side. I got my thumbs stuck in the air, I got a big grin on my face. I'm headed out to the Wild Wild West, just looking for a place to have my baby, 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 that's by my side. She cried, baby, 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 don't leave me, you're never coming back again. She don't know how much I love her or about all of my big plans. To have my baby, 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 that's by my side. Yonder come a semi with a heavy load. I think he's stopping for me. I'm gonna grab my gear, climb into that rig, and tell that driver how much I need. Have my baby, 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 that's by my side. When I get to Oklahoma, gonna give her a call. I'm gonna ask her to marry me. I wanna tell her I love her and about my plans, how much I really need. To have my baby, 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 that's by my side. She cried, baby, 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 don't leave me, you're never coming back again. Ooh. She don't know how much I love her or about all of my big plans. To have my baby, 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 that's by my side. Have my baby, 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 that's by my side. Have my baby, 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 that's by my side. Was channeling Elvis there.
Channeling something.
Practiced that ending a few times, I imagine.
You think?
Yeah.
To do it without counting. 9, 10, 11.
12, yeah. Well, what's amazing is you didn't have to take shoes off, count the rest of the numbers. I'm not sure he can see his toes when he's holding a guitar.
They're crossed.
Anyway, that's very insanely cute. Yes. And did you ever get to where you were going in Mexico?
Well, it's funny. I wound up in Puebla, which is southeast of Mexico City, and it was still in the mountains, and it's just beautiful. And it was 3 more days on the bus, and I'm like, I can't do 3 more days. But it was a beautiful town. It was there was an architectural university there, and we met some really sweet people, and people were really wonderful to us. We had this one place where the bus was going to cross over this bridge over a river that was pretty swollen, so they made all of us get off the bus and walk across the bridge to the other side because they didn't want to drive the bus full. And these 3 little nuns surrounded us. And they said, you stay with us. And we walked across the bridge, and they just kind of stayed right there with us, making sure we were safe. So people were really sweet. It sort of restored my faith in humanity. But
you know what? People who don't travel think that it's dangerous, but it's not. I mean, we go to Europe, we go all over the place, and people say, aren't you afraid to go to aren't you afraid to go to Ireland? We say, why? Ireland is the most friendly place we've ever been. We've been lucky enough to do a lot of Canada and out west, and we tell people like foreign countries like Texas. And
we played a show on the island of Sark, which is the smallest island of the English Channel English Channel, and you can stand on it, and there's no vehicular traffic on the island, so everything is done with tractors, and so you can stand on that and see the French coast. It's just. The world is beautiful. And
music's done it. Music, we've known each other a long time, Tom. Music is what's taken us around the world.
Yeah, because we have no money.
we would get home from 3 weeks in Ireland and say, we broke even.
Yay!
Pop the champagne.
Life is good.
No, it is. And I certainly have enjoyed knowing you folks all these years, because I keep telling people about that. I think we talked to Todd about it last week, about recording Carmageddon, and you guys broke out in a sword fight in the studio.
Yeah, well, that was another time. It's kind of hard to drop into a conversation that we were professional sword fighters for 25 years, but we were.
Well,
but You know, I've been doing studio work for a long time, and that
Never
was
had.
the only time anybody broke out into a sword fight while I was trying to record them.
Yeah. It's like
When else were you supposed to do it?
Well,
But you know what? Life should be an adventure.
life.
I mean, it's
That
like
opened a lot of doors too. We've been playing at a Scottish festival in Orlando for 25 years. It's over 30,000 people on Saturday and over 20,000 on Sunday. And they hire us just to wander through the crowd and sing to people. We don't carry guitars or anything. And it's just fun.
So I mean, you know, but I mean, I will say I do have a frozen shoulder.
Okay, so we're safe for the next 5 minutes
Yes,
anyway.
you are. Yes, no more
Okay.
swords for Maggie.
Okay. Well, why don't you Jay, give us another song? I think this is probably going to play us out because we're coming down on 4 minutes. So.
I also want to say thanks to you guys for being here, for talking about live music and talking about local live music. And, you know, everybody here is just really blessed to have a community that says, you know, everybody's doing this. There's no competition and no comparing. And, you know, it's just wide open arms. And how cool is that? You know?
Well, we certainly like it. It's been a lot. We're a year and 2 weeks into this show, and
happy anniversary!
Wow.
So, think about that, Becca.
No, I don't want to.
You probably about a year since you were on here because you were one of our first guests.
Yeah, you know, and how we've all grown, you know, physically, but mostly how we've all grown. And I think all of us hanging together, I mean, especially right now with the way everything is right now and how divided everything in this country is right now, it's important to remember we have community and we have a lot more of us that are hanging in there together and trying to do good things and trying to be positive and make good changes in good trouble, you know.
Well, as a wise man once said, all you need is love.
That's right. And you know, it's funny because you were talking about the Valentine's show, and I kept thinking, every time you'd say something, I'm thinking of another song. All we need is love. What's going on?
Okay, so play us out, if you would.
Actually, we've got it. Michael wrote this song, and this is going to be the title of our first volume of songs. We're putting together a volume of songs. We're going to publish it on Apple Books. It's 100 songs on the first one.
That's the first third.
I know, it's crazy. So.
The earth is an island in a big black sea, port for all sailors, spices and meat. Shipwrecked and lonely, we watch helplessly as stars ride the curve of infinity. Filling my pockets with pieces of string, I bought a mansion just to sit in a swing, rock to and fro, wordlessly singing on the arm of an oak in the bosom of spring. Maybe Delilah thought it was worth it. She said I just didn't like that long hair. And maybe Icarus thought it was worth it to see it in the world. He said life ain't a round trip ticket, best if the license to fly. I could have instead made a nice feather bed in it, just curl up and die. The earth is an island in a big black sea, port for all sailors, spices. Shipwrecked and lonely, we watch helplessly as stars ride the curve of infinity. If Delilah had only adjusted, she might have saved a temple or two. And if Icarus had used tacks instead of that wax, he might have lived to tell folks that he flew. But life ain't a round trip ticket, at best it's a ticket to ride. You see lots of things when you spread your wings and You live with your eyes open wide. Filling my pockets with peace and dreams. I bought a mansion.
You're listening to 90.7